Hi, Roddy. Thanks so much for taking time to offer me a critique and help me be a better speaker. Kind of in an inopportune place. I'm surrounded by beauty, but I'm actually at a state park. It's the closest place that I could find Wi-Fi. So I'm going to attempt to appear as though I'm speaking to a live crowd, even though you're not going to get to see the body language or me standing up. Hopefully it'll be enough content, though, that you can begin to point me in the right direction. All right, here we go. Hi, I'm Julie Gorman. So excited to have the opportunity to share a little bit more of my story with you. If you would, very quickly, pair up in groups of two. Quickly, we don't have much time. All right, grab the hand of your neighbor. People on my left, which would be your right, if you would, look at your neighbor and tell them, you were created on purpose, for a purpose. All right. Oh, lots of smiles going on. All right, now very quickly again, those that are on my right, which would now be your left, look at your neighbor and return the favor. Say, you were destined for greatness. All right, now every eye up here. It's one thing, isn't it, to believe it for one another, that we were created on purpose, destined for greatness, and a whole nother thing when we use it in our lives, when we think about that and try to apply that to our own thinking. I know I struggled when I first started to enter into public speaking. I remember I was actually working in corporate America, making a six-figure income. God called me out of that, told me to do the work of an evangelist, and I went through an identity crisis trying to figure out how I was special. So I decided to go to my husband. I said, Greg, what is it that makes me special? How do I stand out? And he looked at me and he said, oh, baby, people just feel loved by you. And I thought, what? People feel loved by me. I thought, okay. But I did the good wifely thing, patted his hand, said, thank you, baby. So insightful. Shook my head, right? Decided he didn't know what he was talking about. Went to my friend Karen, who was a mutual friend, and I said, Karen, what is it? You know, God's called me to do the work of an evangelist. Nobody's knocking on my door. Don't know how to begin. Don't know how I'm special, how my story's going to stand out. And she looked at me and she affectionately reached her hand across the table and offered these comforting words. She said, oh, Julie, people just feel loved by you. And I thought, good Lord, I don't have any gifts. You see, I was so busy comparing and competing that the quality that God had put in me that would offer forgiveness, non-judgment, hope, redemption for others, that gift of love that He innately put in me, I discounted it because I didn't think it was magnificent enough. Shortly thereafter, I heard a message. And the message shared about how George Washington Carver, a botanist, a scientist, went into his private study. He lifted a peanut up towards heaven and he said, God, we're surrounded by these. Show me the reason for this peanut, its purpose. And in his private time of study, God revealed 300 significant purposes for that peanut. Friend, if God has 300 reasons for something as insignificant as this peanut, surely He has a plan and purpose for your life.